Hey guys, it's Serafina. So I wanted to show you guys the greenhouse. I have had this greenhouse set up now we're on our second week. No, we're not. We're on our first week in a day. Well, I guess that means we're on our second week, right? If you're looking at like a Julienne calendar. So yeah, we're on our second week. And I don't have a lot started. This is technically my spring garden. So we have some broccolis and greens, and I have my onions started because, you know, they need so long to come up. And next week, or even the end of this week, maybe this weekend, depending, I'm not too sure, I am starting my peppers. So I figured I would show you guys what the greenhouse looks like now. And so that way we can watch it and see how somebody, myself, it's pretty much for me. So next year I can see what worked, what didn't work, so I can keep keeping on. And I am super excited. Juniper, get out. Thank you. Having a puppy and a greenhouse at the same time is a little much, especially one that loves dirt. Funny story before I show you my greenhouse, I'm sorry. Juniper collects rocks. And something about me that most people don't know, because who just shares this, you know, is I collect rocks. I will go on a walk in the woods and find a rock I like and bring it home. As long as it's small, you know, I'm not bringing anything like that's going to change the ecosystem. And I'm putting it in my garden. Only things that are locally, you know, so that way there's nothing that will like kill my plants or change the environment or anything like that, of course. But she picks up pretty much the same size rocks as I do, and she carries them in her mouth, and then she sets them in her pile of rocks that she has on the porch. I love her. She is my best friend. I definitely got the dog that I was supposed to get. So yeah, I figured I would show you guys the greenhouse and we'll go on from there. It's probably going to be a relatively short video, but I said, did you hear her in the rocks? But I used to say that about the same ones. I think they're all like 10 minutes long. So hopefully it'll be kind of short. It's just me trying to get back into the swing of things this early. My plan moving forward is that I will do a garden tour. I'm actually going to try to do a whole video about us building our garden because it's crazy, the difference of last year versus this year, and we're not even close to done. We're about halfway done, and it's so exciting. This weekend was crazy. We got so much done, and it's super exciting. So I figured I would show you what our greenhouse looks like here, but first, I got to put this down. Does anyone else, when building things, use pieces of wood as Post-it notes? I didn't have any paper in here when we were building, so I had to write down what I had to shear on a piece of wood. It'll go on the bottom of a green bed anyway, so, you know, it's fine. All right, let me take you on over to our greenhouse. I moved it from inside to outside from last year, just to, you know, cut down on any of those gnats that we had and using different soils and things like that. And so I've been able to keep it pretty warm with the lighting system I have. I actually got this idea for the greenhouse with these Christmas lights from a gardening group that I'm in on Facebook. Someone's husband had strung them up in the greenhouse that she had, and it made a huge difference. So she then said, you know, you guys try it and see what you like. And like I said, it's 49 out there. It's currently 57.4 on the second rack of my greenhouse. And actually, when I walked out here before I opened it up, it was about 60. So it's keeping pretty warm, and I don't have any heat mats on because it's all our cold weather stuff. And I don't have a lot of stuff in here as well because I'm either going to transplant the seedlings into different containers because I planted a lot. I sowed a lot of seeds here. But this is mostly for my own garden, and this is just going to be stuff to fill in the spaces until my summer garden stuff is able to be planted in May. So this top row, it's kind of boring. It used to be really easy to read, but I used the wrong marker. I actually got these tags. They're the Bootstrap Farmer tags. I actually really appreciate them, and I really like them. I just used the wrong marker, so then the condensation fell off and kind of like did some screwy stuff, but that's completely okay. You know, it's fine. I have two trays here. They're actually separated. I just have them put together underneath this for some more heat. These are both onions. So I have ruby red long day over here and our sweet Spanish over here. So we got a red and a yellow. Very excited for both of those. I sowed a lot of these So I'm excited to see what happens, but I've been getting into cooking, so onion has been extremely important in that. Down below here, we have some dinosaur kale in the back. I got 3 of those there. In front here, I have some Brunswick cabbage. I actually got those as a free seed from Baker Creek, and I'm excited to see how they come out. I think that I really like cabbage, and hopefully it's good. I've heard good things about it, so I'm excited. And then over here, we have our red acre cabbage. So we have a green cabbage and a red cabbage. I'm trying to grow varieties of things this year to see what I really like, to then be able to pare it down next year and then, you know, do that whole cycle. And then back here, and these yellow tags back here, that is Romanesco broccoli. It looks super cool. I'm not a big broccoli fan, so we're gonna have to see how it goes, but everyone talks about it, how cool they are. And I actually got that in a grab bag from M.I. Gardener, and I'm excited to grow it. Actually, both of those things I got as grab bags, and I'm excited to see what both of them come up as. And then down here, I have my cold weather flowers. So I have this whole side here, these 4 rows here. This is all German chamomile, or chamomile, or however you want to pronounce it. I'm super excited about that. These 5 rows here, these are purple pom-pom poppies. I'm sorry, they're purple peony poppies. I had another one that were pink pom-pom poppies, but I ended up not growing them. These are purple peonies. They look beautiful. I'm super excited. These are Delphinium, the King Arthur, and I have about 4 trays of those. I'm excited to see what they look like. And over here, I have Echinacea. I'm actually gonna grow these against my fence line. They're not actually going in my garden. They're just gonna be something lovely to have against the fence line. And so yeah, this is my actual first year of growing flowers and growing a lot of flowers. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm excited to see how this tray does. I have them down here in the more cold because I know that they're gonna take a little bit longer to come up, and it's gonna be a little bit before I can actually put them outside. So they're down in the colder section here. And once these all germinate, they will actually get moved down as well. So yeah, that is what our greenhouse is looking like on our first week of having a greenhouse. How exciting. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in this first week of our growing year. I am so excited. This last year has taught me so much about gardening, more so than I think the 2 years before it. And I just am so excited. I didn't think that I could possibly be more excited than I was last year, because I had more growing space last year and I knew more than I did my first year, and I knew what I was looking for, and I could identify some pests just, you know, by their poop, which is a weird thing for me, but it was so exciting. And going into this year and having such a bigger garden and a bigger growing space, and actually I am a gardener now for another company. I'm a part-time gardener for them, and they are actually, I work for a flower farm. So I'm very excited to get to a place of putting things in the ground and seeing green again, because everything is just kind of drab. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you have a great rest of your week, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Take care. Until next time.